My name is Peggy Henderson. I am the Executive Director of Family Biz Builder. Family Biz Builder is a training center. We're located here in Tunica, Mississippi, and now we're serving Tunica, Coahoma, and DeSoto counties. The issue that we address is low literacy. And to address those issues, we use programs, education, sports and fitness, national junior tennis and learning that's focused on education, which is math, reading, English, science, preparing the kids to be ready for college, and also teaching them the skills of tennis. And the other program is literacy and education. And with that program, we provide all of the resources, educational software and resources focused on literacy. The partnership is with United States Tennis Association, the foundation. And we also are part of the USTA Southern, which are 9 states that has come together. And Family Biz Builders was chosen and accepted in the NJTL, the National Junior Tennis and Learning Program, which is a program that was started back in '68 by Arthur Ashe. And United States Tennis Association has been keeping that legacy, just been, all 50 some years, keeping that legacy going on. And because of that work, that's what has given our kids an opportunity to be a part of a program that can change lives, that has connected education with the game of tennis.
My name is Kaleb Phillips. I'm a 14-year-old and I want to be a future tennis star. Growing up with playing tennis, it was kind of like a struggle. You gotta have those muscle problems, so you gotta really get fit. And so, the honest thing you really gotta do is you gotta stay fit, get strong, and eat healthy. But as the continue going on, it's gonna get tough. So with my experience, I had to put in that work. So, cause success don't come easy. So when I first played tennis, I was like, oh, I don't know what I was gonna do. I mean, I slowly hit the ball. I was getting there, but I mean, you didn't have that. You had that natural physical strength in it but as the years went on, I got better. I put in the work, and now here I am.
When I look at Kaleb, I look at him like a bud, a flower bud. And just to see that flower just blossoming and blooming out, I get so excited. It's worth the work when you see where Kaleb was in 2021 and where he is now. He's in the education program and he's been excelling really, really, really well. And in 2021, he went to his first National Junior and Tennis Leadership Camp. And at that camp, he found out how much he didn't know about tennis, but he came back with a mind made up that he was going to learn to play tennis. And then in 2022, he had the opportunity to attend the leadership camp in Orlando, Florida, and that changed his life. It was so many firsts for him. It was the first time on the plane. It was the first time attending a university. It was the first time playing with kids from everywhere that could really play tennis.
Like doing the matches, the gameplay, it was kind of hard. But then again, because most of the people play young at a younger age, so I understand that. But as we was playing, I got my confidence back. It took a little bit of time, but I got my confidence back. Even though I didn't win most of the time, I had some good match points and some good creative game experience.
And this year, he just came from a leadership camp in Columbia, South Carolina, and he won sportsmanship and he also won leadership award. So, that's worth the work. That's why I have a passion to do it. So I see how it's changing his life. And that's what we want to do, continue. Our mission is to empower. And that's what we are doing with Kaleb.
It makes me feel empowered, like impactful. It makes me feel like, hey, I can do this stuff because they believe in me. If they believe in me, I know I can do it.
My name is Margaret Townsend. I am the grandmother of Kaleb Phillips and Devin Sellers. I was introduced to Family Biz Builder in 2020 with my husband, which is Keith Townsend. He serves on the board with Family Biz Builder. He came in one day and he asked, what about the boys playing tennis? I said, playing tennis? He said, yeah. I said, who gonna pay for that? And he said, well, I know somebody, it's not at a cost. I said, tennis is very expensive. We can't afford it. And then he was saying, well, Miss Peg on the board, introduced me to Family Biz Builder. So I signed him up.
So when I come think about tennis, I don't want to go ahead and get into a game knowing that they're struggling. I want to just hit until they get better and comfortable. But if they still struggling, I'll come over there and like showing the basics, what you need to do and how to do it, and then let them practice it on their own until they feel comfortable. And then we'll get like a game going. But that's how I teach. Like I love to teach people. It's just what I do. If they struggling, I come pitch in and help. I might sorry it might kind of be a little bit kind of rude, right? Because I got you gotta push them. But I love to teach others. I love it. 5 things actually: fitness, mental toughness, emotions, patience, and time. You have those 5 things, ain't nothing stopping you in your way.
In that process of with the tennis program, she told me about the literacy part. I knew then that my husband was volunteering and helping a couple of students with reading and with literacy. So I know they did on the educational side, but I didn't know about the tennis part. So I signed up Caleb for the literacy part, which was the summer of his 6th grade going to the 7th grade. So he had this mentor. Her name is Miss Rosa Powers. I'll never forget her. Caleb has ADHD. She didn't know at the time, but she just knew it was something, that was a little, a little bit, it was a little challenging with her. But every week, for 1 hour a day, for 3 times a week, she worked with Caleb digitally, visually, gave her time and effort and worked with him. And this was going into the 7th grade. So, of course, then they have what they call the IEP. So I go in with the meeting with the IEP, and the teachers were bragging about how much he had improved. He was like a totally different student. I just don't have the words to say or express enough to say about this program. Only thing I can just say is just thank them from the bottom of my heart for giving my child the opportunity to grow to be that successful young man that he is. So right now he's going to high school, going to 9th grade. He told them that his goals was to become a professional tennis player and be in the top 10 in the world. And I believe that he can do it. That's his goal, that's his admiration. That comes from just the shy student, because he was shy in his shell, to now that he's helping and he's growing. And that wouldn't be possible without Miss Peggy, Miss Shirley, Coach Renita, Coach CJ, Coach Rudy, Coach Lance, all of those people that have put into my child to give back to him, to make sure that they help me as a grandmother and a mother to him, to make sure that he's successful. Not only Caleb, but Devin also. But Caleb is a little bit older, so with him being older, they work with him a little bit more. So with that, Caleb is teaching Devin the ropes to come along.
That's the key, to have the parent involved. And with Caleb, that's one of the best things that he has going for him, because his grandmother, Margaret Townsend, she has been the best parent. When she came in 2021, she started working with the sports and fitness program. In 2022, she attended the leadership camp as a chaperone for all of the other kids. And, she has just really made a difference. And the key to that, to have a parent or a grandparent that care. And Margaret shows that she really cares, and she wants her kids to be successful, and she is right there to help them every step of the way. So that's how it has to look. The parent has to be involved. To do this work, to do youth development, it takes the community, and it takes strong partners working in the community with the same vision and the mission, understanding the mission, want to help accomplish that mission. And we look at the other kids, the other kids, I know I talked a lot about Caleb, but the other kids are watching Caleb, and they are excited. When Caleb was speaking about his trip, the kids was excited. So that caused them to want to go to other places. And the good thing about being a part of a national junior tennis and learning program, they can travel not only the United States, but they can travel the world. And so that gives our kids an opportunity that they can be exposed. So with all that being said, it takes a community to develop our youth and our families.